Welcome to Fade in the Books. I'm your host Toriano here with my nephew Brandon. We're going to give you a quick rundown of our four best picks for Sunday's games. Um, a recap of last Sunday picks. I think we went 1-4 on our picks, so um, wasn't the best of picks, but it was also week one. Um, we really didn't know how the teams were going to come out. But I think we kind of got a better grasp on the teams going into week two. Um, so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let Brandon start off with his first pick. What you got for us, Brandon?
All right, first pick, we're gonna go hometown. Daniel Jones over 206.5 passing yards. Um, Now this the reason why this pick looks good is because of the new theology of the coach. Shane Steichen really wants to pass to win the game and run. I'm sorry, pass to score and run to win games. And with Daniel Jones, he's creating a lot of open looks for Daniel Jones to where it's just easy passes. This pick is more on honestly the play caller Shane Steichen than Daniel Jones. Just deliver the ball where it needs to be. He's designing these players to get open. I think that 206 should smash. Um, last week was almost halftime before it hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, was that a play on, the Daniel Jones? Because a lot of indie fans aren't sold on him. They were loyal to Anthony Richardson. So, I'm glad you put that in perspective on why you took Daniel Jones and his passing yards. It's almost sound like a kind of short, short passes and let the receivers kind of do their thing to help
And
with his
I think that's
passing
going to be the
yards.
key to the Colts, honestly, especially against a team like the Denver Broncos. They play a lot of man, so I think it's going to be a lot of scheme to get those receivers open, short passes. They're going to try to incorporate Jonathan Taylor this year a lot with more than just on the ground. Try to get him a lot of passing yards as well. DJ getting some new back there. Um, he was known as creating space, getting him open space. I think that's what they're gonna try to do, especially with Tyler Warren. Honestly, I almost went with the Tyler Warren pick because I think that's easy money every week. But it shot up this week to over 46 yards. So I'm like, let's stick with the sure but steady,
Yeah,
sure but
yeah,
steady.
because Tyler Warren's a stud. He showed me that. I mean, he was at Penn State, but that first game, yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
he rookie of the year for sure. Looks like if he can, stay
yeah,
healthy,
doing
and the
NFL
coach can
level
give him
what
the
he
ball.
did. Yeah, that's nice. And if anybody picked the Tyler Warren pick this week, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you to Tyler Warren over 46 yards. I want to say I wouldn't blame you.
Hmm.
But that the short but steady, I think the Daniel Jones over 206 looks good.
Oh, okay, I like that. I like that one. With my first pick, I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys and the -4.5 on the spread. The Cowboys, they pretty much owned the Giants. Dak Prescott has only lost two games to the Giants, and that was in his rookie season. Um, the spread out of the 13 to 15 games I think he's played against them, he's probably 80 to 90% they went over 4.5 points on the spread alone. Um,
Hmm.
this Dallas Cowboy team, I think they have an identity right now. From that first game with the Eagles, I think they're out to prove like, hey, we're more than just Michael Parsons. You know, um, the Giants is one of those teams that I don't think they know who they are yet. The
Mm.
quarterback situation is still up or down. If Russell doesn't play well this week, best believe we're going to see Dart or Winston. Um, I myself, I probably think Dart is going to be that person. Um, just because Winston, I don't think I don't think they're going to waste too much time with him starting. I think they're going to go right to Dart, throw him in there. So what you kind of think about that first pick?
Honestly, I like it. I like the Cowboys. The only thing that would make me nervous is because of what you just said. The Giants are unknown, and with them being unknown, they have a lot of good to great pieces, including that whole defensive line, the redo defense they did, and the offense is just so unknown with it. But I do like how the Cowboys came out against the Eagles, the defending champs. They came out strong, honestly. They came out super strong and aggressive. It gave you confidence that the Cowboys offense at least know what they're doing. If the defense looks like Swiss cheese, at least the offense know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. All right, you want to go ahead with your second pick?
My second pick, we're gonna stay with the hometown game, Denver versus Colts. It was J.K. Dobbins over 47.5 rushing yards. Now, this one was a little bit tough because he is new to the system of Denver, but I think that actually helps him out because it incorporates more stuff week to week. He is more of a bell cow runner until he gets hurt, and it seems to happen every year. So I'm like, hey, let's get this while they're getting as good at the beginning of the year, 47.5. Now, this is a little bit of an indictment on the Colts defensive line as well. I think the Colts are playing a lot of nickel, a lot of dime defense. I think they're going to put a little bit more DBs out there, seeing how their top two DBs are actually down right now, including Tre'Davious Ward. I think they just did listed him out this Sunday. So they're going to try to compensate that by putting in more DBs out there to try to help out with that pass. With that being said, the box is going to be kind of light, right? So with that box being light, Denver's offensive line is not bad. So that 47.5 yards with him averaging almost 16 attempts a game, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Is that play an indictment on the Colts defensive line, or is it just a play that you like from Dobbins early in the season with the carries or whatnot?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that later on in the season, honestly, his carries may go down. I think they may split the carries a little bit, but right now, I really like Dobbins running hard, edging out over the defensive line of the Colts. I'm a huge fan of a lot of pieces on the defensive line of the Colts. It's those second and third guys that really don't do it for me, honestly. The second and third guys behind DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, even Layatu, honestly, that really don't do it. But with him getting 16 carries, honestly, a game at 47 yards, you only need 3 yards a carry on average to get that, and
Hmm.
you're good to go. So I think that was a kind of an
Okay.
easy pick for me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How do you think the Colts, as because they have some corners out.
Mhm.
So do you think that maybe Denver may try and attack those corners, with some big names being out this week?
Oh,
And
offensive never?
no, the defense of the Colts having
Oh, okay.
corners out. Do you think that Denver may look more to throw the ball more because of those backs being out for the Colts, or do you think
You
they're
know,
just gonna?
I think that that's the first thought that what a lot of people would think of. And
Mm-hmm.
then with the defensive coordinator we have now, he's not just a stagnant defensive coordinator. He will adjust. I think one of the main adjustments that he's going to have because we do have some solid backup nickel guys and some safeties. I think he will adjust by putting in more DBs out there. So that will force Bo Nix and Sean Payton to actually run the ball a little bit more, or just check down into some runs. Honestly,
Yeah. Yeah.
because if with a light box, that's what you want to do. You don't want to throw on a light box, right? When people dropping
Right.
back, you want to try to get Benito and all of them rushing. I'm sorry, you want to try to get Layatu and all of them rushing hard so that the running back can go right through them. So you're gonna see a lot of draws, you can see a lot of counters, you can see a lot of trap plays, you can see a lot of things like that to try to tire out the defensive line. Because like I said, the front four is good. After that
Mm-hmm.
front four, that's where you start to get a little bit concerned. I didn't see the front five. 'Cause I see Samson Ebukam coming back. He looked kind of strong last week, coming back from that Achilles this year. But after that, after the nose tackle and the tackles kind of got me. After DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart, we don't really have a strong defensive front right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With my last pick, I'm going with Kyron Williams. Anytime touchdown. Um, that guy's a monster in the red zone. They're going up against the Titans. Um, Tennessee, they look good. You know what Cam did last week. I think these teams. I don't want to say they're balanced, but the Rams doesn't have a defense like they had last year. Titans is kind of so on the defense. The ground game for the Titans, I think it's just going to be a low scoring game. And Kyron Williams is one of those guys. He can get it from the backfield, or he can get it in the flat, with a screen or
Mhm.
something. He can take it to the house. So I went with Kyron Williams because I just thought it was a safe play. If I'm looking at every player on that field for the game, he will be the one that will probably have the most opportunities to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, and I really like Kyron Williams. He knows what he's doing in that system. He could be utilized a lot. That's along with Puka, but he is that one you want to kind of close the deal. Honestly, he can run.
Mhm.
Go to him in the passing lane. Matt Stafford knows what he's doing. I think that's a really, really, really solid pick. My only thing with that is, how do you think the defensive line for the Titans will compensate for it?
Of
'Cause
course, they're gonna put some more people in the box maybe, but you got Puka out there. And
mhm,
Puka can easily, one on one, nobody's covering him, I don't think, especially on the Titans. So Matt Stafford, seasoned quarterback, you know what I'm saying? He will pick a defense apart. You bring pressure, he's gonna find a way to beat it. So I think they'll probably play a little more zone. Maybe I don't think they're gonna go with man. They probably try to play a little more zone just to keep people in there for Williams and slow him down because you're not gonna stop him. Because
yeah,
if he doesn't get out the backfield, they're just gonna send him out on a route, and then he's mismatched against a linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Coming out the backfield. So you know Williams, he's just like say I think he was top 5 in touchdowns
Last
last
year,
year, running back. Yeah, yeah, he
yeah, I
was
think he
tops.
scored almost 14 out of the 18 games they played.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's some good lines right there. Last last week the Titans gave up quite a few yards. I think they gave it up honestly to the backup running back. It was to RJ Harvey. Honestly,
mm,
um, RJ Harvey had I want to say he had about 70 yards, and he didn't get that many touches. He had almost 10 yards to carry on there. So they're known to give up. That Titans defense is known to give up a couple of big plays. And
yeah,
Kyron Williams is definitely one of them guys that can you give him an opening, he's gonna find it and take it home. So I think that's a really good pick on that one.
yeah. We put together 4 good solid picks here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was a rough week 1, but I think we really gonna bounce back week 2 and going forward. Uh, of course, especially now we seen what guys are, schemes and you know attributes. They're and then they're getting back into their routine. You know,
Yeah,
they actually got a
and
game up under their belt. So
And I think that's gonna take a big factor as in more and more games come across, you can start seeing how teams adjust to certain style of defenses as well, right? So you can see if you're coming from the Shanahan tree, that how they adjust against that scheme, right? Coming from Steichen tree, you can see how they adjust from that type of thing, and then we could use more data with it. I think the more data that we have, the more accurate the picks are gonna be. So just
hmm
stick in there, man, and you can bet 1, you could bet them 4, but honestly, I like them all 4 together. I'm probably gonna put all
yeah,
these together just to,
yeah.
build a nice little parlay with it.
Yeah, make sure you look across your sports books because of the boost. Some of them are different. I was on DraftKings this morning and they got, different boosts as, with 50%, 25%, things like that. So, at least open yourself up to a couple of sports books so you can get, some decent lines on your plays this week. We got a pretty good slate, but these 4 picks we thought were the best ones. You know, these are plays that you really ain't got to think hard on. You know,
Absolutely.
some of
And
the,
these all coming from the 1 o'clock game, right?
I do
Oh, no, no,
believe
no,
yes.
I'm sorry, the Colts play at 4.
Well, Cosplayer 4, but
Yep.
you know
Okay.
that line probably it could be cashed by halftime. You know,
Yeah,
if
easy.
if Daniel Jones goes out there do his thing, yeah, it's gonna cash damn near by halftime. Um,
Yeah.
so with that being said, um, we got our picks up here. Our recap, we got Daniel Jones. 204.5 passing. I don't know, that line may have moved. I'm not sure.
I think it did
Um,
move, honestly.
yeah, I think that line may have moved.
Did it
I
go
mean, hey,
down?
the
It
Lord,
went down to 204, so
yeah, it
204
went
is
it went
actually a
down.
better
Yeah,
pick.
yeah, yeah, yep, yep. It went down to 204. So you're getting a couple yards. Hey, yards matter, inches matter in football. Um,
Absolutely.
we got J.K. Dobbins over 50.5 rushing. So I
Yeah,
don't know if
that w
that line moved any.
that line moved up a little bit, so you might wanna get
It
that
moved
one.
up.
So they
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. I'll still take it at 50.5 because
Yeah,
he's
50 and a
he's
half should
definitely
be
getting the
easy.
carries. We got the Dallas minus 4.5 on the spread. Um,
Mhm.
that Dallas go out there and do their thing. This is their first home game. Oh, the other thing about that too is that Dallas, you know, this is is along with the Giants. This is their second divisional game. So
Oh,
I don't think the Dallas, if Dallas wins, they're right there tied with Washington for second place, depending on how the Eagles and Chiefs game go. So they could possibly be a three-way tie in the NFC East, just starting out.
so you saying this is an
So
early must-win game for Dallas,
it's an
huh?
early month, exactly, especially at home. You got to get the ones at home. You got to.
Divisional games
Um,
are the ones at home, that's what they say. That's how you make the playoffs.
exactly. And Giants is already down one from last week.
Mm,
So yeah. Then we got Kyron Williams anytime touchdown. Um, look, the
just go
guy's a
with the numbers.
beast.
Just go with the numbers.
Exactly. Go with the numbers. It's early. He's healthy. If it was late in the season, yeah, but second game, still fresh, back in his routine. I like him for an anytime touchdown. He's a lot
Mhm.
of times, he's a first time scorer. If the Rams get the
Mhm.
ball and go down there and drive, he's normally the first one to get a touchdown for him.
Oh, yeah.
So with that,
Sitting back watching the rest
hmm
of the game with a good pick.
exactly, exactly. So again, these four picks, just think by Sunday night football, you done already cash one. You got a little play money. Uh,
Absolutely.
yep.
Absolutely.
Again, we'd like you all to, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, help it grow. You got any last words, Brandon?
Yes, sir. We will be back for Monday Live. Just tune in Monday Live. It's community picks. Be ready with some picks as well. Y'all come in there, throw some picks in there. We can look at some data for it if we like and see what you like on there.
All right. With that being said, congratulations. I mean, not congratulations. I'm sorry about that. Good luck on fading the books, and we'll see you all on the live stream Monday evening, 6:30.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir.
Peace.